Are you the reason your business is failing? Are you the reason that the job is out of order? Are you the reason people don't want to be around and therefore the result is the job is failing and you fumble in the bag? What is your role in the failing business? That's a good question to ask yourself. It's also a good question to ask yourself every time you decide to open your mouth or do something that you do without rationally thinking about it first. Let's be a little more specific about it. Before we say something that we regret, let's think about it rationally and add these four components to our conversation and then speak. You don't want to do something you'll regret. So let's try to include these four components to it. And it only takes seconds to answer these questions. For one, and most importantly, who am I talking to? You got to know who you're talking to. A lot of people run off at the mouth without realizing who they're actually speaking to. And that could cost you your career, it could cost you money, and in certain instances, could possibly cost you your life. So think about who you're talking to. Number two, what don't I know? What don't I know about the situation, about the person, about what I'm about to voice my opinion on? What don't I know? What don't I know? You got to know something. Otherwise, you probably shouldn't even be speaking upon the situation yet. So, number two is, what don't I know? Number three, what outcome do I want? A lot of times we speak and we just jump out the gate with it, but you don't really know the outcome you're looking for, and you don't know what's going to become of it because you're not really sure what you're after. You got to know what you want out of the conversation and the situation. So number three is, what outcome do I want? And lastly, number four, what is the right thing to say? When you add the other three components, you got to know what the right thing to say is. Think about it and then speak. Otherwise, you might be the person causing the whole environment to go way left. I mean, we might all be victims of what we call honest mistakes, but people judge us based on first impressions. And there is a saying about first impressions, and that saying goes, it takes only 7 seconds to create an impression, but only 1 second to destroy it. So think about that when you're dealing with people and before you speak. Remember, you don't want to put your foot in your mouth. Ask questions, get the information you're looking for. That way, when you speak, you're speaking from a place of understanding. So probe a little bit, ask open-ended questions. That way, you kind of got an idea of the foundation you're walking on. And then understanding once again what to say. Because when you know that what you say will destroy somebody, have somebody do something that might land them in prison, have them abandon the job, walk off, and fumble the bag, then you won't be such a jerk. And you'll think about what you say, then you create a better conversation. End results, a better work environment. End results, a better income. Think about that.